Okay, so loved one, this is a new day in my life, more precisely a new end. I just fall for sleep in 2 hours and a half before this video. Um, after this day actually. But for right now, I just eat something and I will go for sleep. So let's actually conclude what happened in this day because this day was a pretty, interesting, good, awful, fucking crazy, and pretty hardy for me. So I just woke up after a really nice 3 hours of sleeping. Everything was okay, I guess. I just worked out pretty good. I ate, I did all the ordinary things, and after it, I just decided I need to, bring from my home something and to just, you know, do haircut because I just absolutely understood that it's something important that I want, and you know, right now I just have a stream, have a flow in order to just do it. So I just um, go actually for this thing and did this fucking shit. Um, you know, everything was actually okay. Um, but I just must say that, you know, actually the isolation absolutely influenced about me, and when I just with people, I feel this thing, and I feel this isolation and this you know loneliness that I just have, um, and it's really hardy. Um, but I just bought all the thing that I needed, and after I came again from my home, before that I just wanted to buy something, um, and actually all of these things wasn't really take so much time as it actually heard. Like I went for a city, I bought something and I just work out. I all the thing actually heard like I did a thing that cost me a lot of time, but it actually wasn't. um, and after approximately of 8 hours I was ready to work about my project, really ready. And some interesting point that actually was about really, how I can say this thing, a really unsatisfied seller in some market that I just was. So this seller actually behaved really badly, and you know I just pretty pretty okay with everybody, and I just say you know thanks after I buy something. But this seller are really you know I just don't really want to say a badly word, but you know he's really just a fucking snob. I don't really know if this word exists actually in English, but he's really fucking snob. And I just was really tiny, really fucking close in order to just say something in front of all the people that actually was in the fucking shop. Like come again and say I said thanks, okay, and again, and I just absolutely like to stand about myself and just show my emotion, to actually show that I said something, and no matter actually what will be, I will just absolutely get out more good, for me at least. Yeah. um, Even that actually will be just a really, you know, a small thing, but I will just, you know, put myself out with, you know, a rise had. Yeah. And I think it's really important. And you know, it is something that I just absolutely believe about. You know, all the time just be with the rise had, with, you know, with a proud, and you know, to know actually how to stand about yourself. It's really important. Um, if you need, and you just should know how to take advantage about that. Yeah. So you know, that's actually it. It's not really important. And after, yeah, I just work about my project. So you know, actually that's a really good news, but I really, you know, ungood news in the same word. So you know, I just worked from approximately of you know, too much late. Actually, too much late. It was, you know, 11 in the night until, you know, it actually was maybe, you know, wait a minute. It was 11, it was 12, 1, 2, it was approximately of 3.5 hours. Um, it was like that. But you know, took I just took a break. So it was 4.5 hours. But I just took a break, and there is some shit that actually happened that I need to take care about. But you know, eventually it was approximately of 3.5 hours that I work and really work about my project. So the point here is, you know, I just absolutely felt like I success to, you know, to get deeper and deeper on my project in order to just solve the thing that I want, right? Um, and you know, it's really nicely, but all the time when I just get deeper and deeper, I just absolutely, you know, arrive to a point that I just remind myself the thing that I do. So look, you know, all the time I just approximately of remind myself the thing that I did on my project. Okay, the previous thing, and now I just solve this thing in order to just arrive for this thing, and now I just arrive for, you know, this result, this thing, this solution, in order to just, I don't know. And every time I just make deeper and deeper and deeper in order to just find more things that I need to fix, that I need to improve, and I need to, you know, and I need to just make more better. And for right now, it actually was, I think, the first time that I just noticed about that. Um, that, you know, I just don't really arrive for a point that I can fix something. Okay, I just, you know, make deeper and make deeper, and when I just make deeper and deeper, I just surprisingly remind that I solved this thing. And after I just research about this thing, after I just, you know, make deeper about this result, about this, you know, about this solution, I arrive that it was a right solution. So, you know, in one side it's really good because I don't really need to fix the thing that I did good. But in the other side, I just don't really make any ideas, any new ideas. Okay, so, you know, I just was a pretty satisfied in, you know, the time that I finished to work about my project, despite this thing that I just didn't really solve, a lot of things on my project. But then eventually I felt really, nicely, because first I just knew how to stop, and I just wanted to be more late about my project. Um, but then eventually I was, you know less than this thing. But I absolutely think that I was, you know that I was enough for me. um, and I think that I was tired, and I, you know continued. Yeah. um, but sometimes I think I just should stop, and that's actually the true thing. And you know, the second result that I just was, you know, satisfied about is, yes, I just didn't really solve a lot of result, but then eventually I know how I just make deeper and deeper on my thing, and then eventually I think like, you know, I did the right thing. Okay, I did the right thing, and I just make deeper good, and I just remind myself right thing, and I just, you know, I was in a good flow. Yeah, sorry. So I just was in a good flow, and that's it. So for right now, as I said, I will eat, I will take a shower, and I will go to sleep. I'll just maybe do this video, edit video that I just do for a lot of time. Maybe just try to continue this thing, and that's it. So this day actually was pretty long, um, and I think I pretty good. That I just took 2.5 hours in order to just complete properly, because I was so fucking tired. But you know, I think that despite all of the things, I just want to say that there is really a heavily thing that sit about me in this time. Um, you know, I don't really spoke about the bullshit thing that was, you know, with the seller, or the fucking snob and other shit people, or I don't really spoke about this small problem, because it's not really the problem that make me interesting, or you know it's not really the problem that I really care about. But you know actually, when I was in a city, I felt it pretty badly, and I just felt like there is some elephant that I need to take care about. You know, this country is amazing. Yeah. And I really think that um, this is the first time that I have the good platform in order to just work about what I want. And you know in the previous week, in the previous month, I was actually pretty break myself, and just using this platform that I have, this home, this internet, this park, this everything like that. And for right now, I just combine a normal life, and a life that I can do a fucking trading and be good in that, and just try to be in a routine simultaneously when I work really hard about my project, and it's pretty hardly. Um, and according what I just understood, I just can't find more good platform, more good place that I can work about the thing that I want, and I can be, with all the nicely, you know, condition that then I just, have right now. And this is something that I know, but